For coming to Chris Talks. Today we're going to be talking about nutrition. Trying to add a little spice to things today. So this is not mine. This was actually someone else's. But how's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, right.
Who are first timers? This is great because they're normally not like this. It's normally I wear a shirt and it's not as weird. But tonight we're going to be talking about nutrition. So there's three main macronutrients, and the macronutrients are protein, fat, and carbohydrates. Protein is really, really important. Who knows how many grams of protein you're consuming a day? You know exactly how many you are?
Between 100 and 150.
You must be working with a pretty good trainer.
Kinda, he's okay. He gets naked sometimes, that's awkward.
Okay, but honestly, before you started working with someone, who knew how many grams of protein you're consuming a day? Does anyone know the benefits of protein?
Rebuild muscle.
Most people, when you talk to them, they say, okay, protein's good for building muscle, and that's it. Most girls, when they think about protein, you get big and buff, that's it. So protein has a lot of benefits. One, it helps with the thermal effect of food. And what that is you burn calories by eating more protein. Another thing it helps with is sweet tooth. Who has a sweet tooth? My other one does not have a tooth. I like that. I've never had that. I have a bad addiction that's called alcohol, but that's really my sweet tooth. One of the big things, good, I like that. One of the things that protein helps with, it does help with that sweet tooth. If you have a salty tooth as well, because a lot of the minerals in protein that we're not consuming regularly. Do we have any vegetarians? Vegans?
No way.
Or vegans? Common or vegans? So 3. Okay. Why'd you raise your hand?
Vegetarian.
Okay, so you're vegetarian. So where do you get your protein sources?
From spinach, from beans, peanut butter, quinoa.
Protein bars.
Do you know how many grams you get a day?
No.
That's a good little question right there, because it's hard to get your weight essentially in protein. But what we're going to do is we're going to get a little more scientific, because most people who've been to GNC before. You go to GNC and they tell you you're supposed to get your weight in protein. If your guy eats your protein, what you're trying to get to. And it's actually a lot more scientific than that. So the scientific, most efficient way to determine how many grams of protein you should be getting is this little equation right here. And who's real? I got a math star, right? Actually.
Jesus.
And, I actually can't tell a story. So there's an equation where you can actually do this yourself and implement the numbers. You take your weight, body weight, you times it by your body fat. So let's pretend like we have an individual who's 150 pounds and they're 25% body fat. You take the inverse of that to find their lean body mass, and obviously I'm not expecting you guys to do this right now. I'm not math experts. You can talk to one of the trainers in here or myself afterwards and we can get these numbers for you. But you got to determine how much lean body mass you have. So you get your weight, body fat, pounds. We're weird being Americans because we're not in kilograms. So we got to convert it into the metric system. So we go to kgs, which is kilograms, divide by 2.2. That's going to give you your lean body mass in kilograms. So now what you do is you multiply it by your activity factor. Now the recent studies suggest 2.3 to 3.1. And for those that are taking my class that have gone through NASM, they're actually on the lower end and they're lowballing it. The high end that they suggest is like 1.7, I believe. Recent literature is suggesting a minimum of 2.3. Blah, 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 blah. What does this mean? So you're able to calculate how many grams of protein you're supposed to be getting on a workout day and non-workout day. For 150, you don't have to raise your hand if you're uncomfortable. Anyone here weigh 150 pounds? Brett, you do anyone else?
Close.
Okay, 150? So let's pretend like you're a little less than this, but 25% body fat. You should be getting, on days of your training, close to 160 grams of protein. I wish the camera was on her face right there, because she was like, oh my God. His biceps are huge. That's what she said. 120 grams on days that you're not working out. And that's a significant amount. So what it comes down to is, what the hell is a gram of protein? When you go somewhere and you go to a store, or, who in here cooks every single meal?
Who what?
Cooks every single meal.
Oh, no.
Yeah, most people, how many times would you say the average person goes out and goes to a restaurant? How many grams are you really getting? Well, there's actually, there's the equation right there. But what we're going to do is we're going to give you little pointers which you can do to find anywhere from 20 to 30 to 40 grams. And so we're going to shout out for breakfast. Who likes coffee? Some of us do, some of us don't. We're gonna start out with coffee. So this right here is a little concoction, actually, that I thought of myself.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding.
Chris.
She was the first person who told me about this. So you get a little coffee.
You made it up.
Yeah, she made it. I was like, really? Is that gonna be good?
It's a game changer.
Protein. Chocolate. Wait, we're just doing one. Usually have a little mixture, a little shaker thing. And then we're just gonna concoct this. Make a little mess up here. When she told me she did this, I was like, that sounds disgusting. There's no way in hell. How hard was that? Pretty simple, right? I'll pass this around, but who's never had a protein with, who wants to be my first demonstrate? Come up here and give it a shot. I'll pass it around so everyone else can
But
give it a
how many
shot.
grams of protein is it?
This is, if you drink the whole thing, you're going to be getting 30 grams of protein. Can you do it again? Bigger pinky?
Good.
I didn't pay her for that either. Pass it around and try to, maybe someone to help me out. I'm not spilling everyone. That's actually really, really tasty. And what does it taste like? I've never had a mocha. Have you guys?
Tastes like a hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. Oh my God, we got it.
What about the honey though?
Huh?
What about the honey?
So if it's not sweet enough, you can add organic honey. I suggest getting from anywhere like the farmers markets has really good. Wow, these three have multiple orgasms at the same time. That's pretty good, and I didn't even suggest that. But like honestly, could you see yourself doing that every
Would you
day?
like to try?
And how many calories does it have?
You want?
150 coming from protein. How many calories does anyone know in a cup of coffee? 20 ounces of sugar. 5 to 10, nothing. People go in there and they get a mocha. I had someone who gets some. The longest I ever had, I swear to God, I was cheering. I was so excited. This guy was in San Francisco. You know, people go to the little, like the booths where you pour shit in there. And this guy got his coffee filled up. He poured half it out. I was like, what the hell is this guy doing? He grabbed his sugar, poured it upside down. I was like, I started counting. I swear to God, I was like, 8, 9, 10, 15 seconds. He held that sucker up. So how many calories are in that concoction? Don't get me wrong, I bet you it tastes amazing. But is that good for you? No, not at all. So this right here, good amount of protein, has very, very low carbs, and you get your caffeine kick. If you want to do a decaf, I've never tried that, I'm sure it's good as well. But it's going to save you a lot of the fat. Nothing wrong with fat, don't confuse fat as being wrong. But you can concoct something that's a lot healthier and better for you.
Sugar.
This is any sugar. Nope, no sugar. And so that's a really, really good, healthy, simple, quick concoction. Let's give Dr. Nice a hand of applause. Thank you. Probably one of the most vulgar people I know outside of myself. And she sent me a text today and she's like, holy shit, someone's making my concoction at Starbucks. Because they have the little cups you can have. But if you look at them, they have like 30 grams of sugar and they're not optimal. And so this is way better. And you know, did anyone not like it out there? Is it kind of like, not too good? If you wanted to be more sweet, put some honey in it. Makes it a lot better.
When are some good times to maybe take protein, if you take a protein supplement like throughout the day? Should you take it in the morning? Should you take it after you work out?
So protein's unique because it takes longer to digest. Most of us wake up, we get some carbs. So what do you think the average American has for breakfast?
Cereal.
Cereal.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Oatmeal's a big one. Bodybuilders love oatmeal. It's really bulks you up. Where's the protein? Where's the fat sources? Another thing I like to add in here, anyone else know what I like to add in here? Coconut oil. Put a scoop of coconut oil in, gives you your fat sources really healthy and your saturated fats, which we need. People think saturated fats are bad, but they're not. Just to go off on a little tangent, think of saturated fats like Skittles. What's the single best Skittle out there? Red. We love red. Which one don't we like? Yellow. Everyone hates yellow. Saturated fats are kind of like Skittles. There's some that are good, and anytime you meet someone that like loves yellow, take a step back. They're seriously a little weird. Give me the yellow, you're like, ooh, cancel that date. When you consume, think of saturated fats like the Skittles, where a lot of them are good for you. There's a couple that give it a bad rep. Saturated fat in general is not bad for you. It's really good for your skin. It does crazy stuff. And so putting coconut oil in there helps as well. When to consume protein? Whenever. Literally. If you're hungry, eat protein. I'm not sure you have. So when I coach with my clients, and we're going to go over a diet plan, we're going to be eating lettuce and freaking carrots. I tell people to go on a plan that works for them. And anytime you're hungry, eat protein. Don't starve yourself. Have a chicken breast if you want to go the weird tilapia route. It's fine. Have steak, whatever works for you. Eat protein instead of all the copious amounts of carbs that we're getting today. Carbs are not bad, but we consume way too much. Who knows have gone to a Mexican food restaurant and just scarfed down a bag of chips? We've all done it. You were happy about it too.
I'll never stop.
Yeah, so it's just a ton of calories. Carbs aren't bad. At the end of the day, it's how many calories that we're consuming more. Since the that statistic, I think it's late 70s. The average American is consuming 450 extra calories, working out of minus 150. So we're not exercising as much. We're eating more. So on average, we're consuming 600 to 700 extra calories a day. It's a pound of fat per week. We have this epidemic right now. It's probably because we're just consuming too much. And so these are sources. You have this right here. You're full. The protein keeps you full. The coconut oil keeps you full. And then you can work on a snack. What type of snacks do we have? Perfect segment. What type of snacks do we like?
Doritos.
Doritos. So good for you. What else? Cheez-Its. What else?
Nuts.
Nuts. Keep it PG. So, now, you guys I do not want this to sound like an orgy. So when you start eating these, don't start moaning and groaning. This is beef jerky. This is just round. Oh, sorry, vegetarian people. You can do what I do sometimes when I'm really intoxicated. I'm feeling like I don't want to eat bad food. My brothers think I'm the craziest person. This is off the record. But I'll eat candy and I'll spit it out.
I've done that.
Yeah? So I'm not that weird, you know?
Really?
At least I don't wake up in the bed with chocolate all over.
I believe it. You're sick. Just
Oh, vegetarian?
Nope.
No.
Oh, bring it on. I'll take a steak.
Listen to all the mmm. Very simple to do. Yesterday I marinated this. I got 4 pounds of beef jerky.
Made that? How do you good potion?
You know what a dehydrator costs? Girls?
A lot.
Oh,
Sexist joke.
No, thank you. I don't eat.
They're about 30 bucks.
Really?
Very, very cheap. It comes in this little tower with these little wraps. I will get the round steaks. They're very cheap, $2-3 bucks. I usually get 4 to 5 pounds. Slice it up, marinate it. My specialty, sriracha, barbecue sauce. I'll tell you, no sugar, just smoky. I don't know what else it's called. I get it from Pavilions.
Yeah, hold the camera.
Smoky liquid, no calories. It's just like a marinade. You put it in there, put a little salt, put a little pepper, and then I dash a bunch of cinnamon. And I'll try to concoct everything. Sometimes I'll put honey in there. Sometimes I'll put other things, but it's pretty tasty. If you got a thicker stick, and you have it left, would you guys don't need more? So this little guy right here, 6 of these pieces is a serving of meat. 6 servings is 4 ounces. That's 25 to 30 grams of protein. When I talk about protein and how it's hard to get that number, right now we had coffee for breakfast, which is 30, a snack, which is another 30. We're at 60. We're almost halfway home. We're working out regularly. What are we going to have after the workout?
Burger.
This is special concoction. So this is our orange Julius right here. Where's the rest of these suckers? Here. So now we do a vanilla protein, and some people may, why are we getting our protein sources in non-organic in the sense it's not like a natural food? It's just the life that Americans lead today. You know, we're always on the run. We're trying to consume optimal amounts of food that are healthy, but we end up just going to like a fast food or something. So if someone were to say I have a cook, I can eat all my food, vegetarian, and have someone cook it where you can do something great. That's always better. But these are great resources to supplement to help get you where you want to be, and then make those adjustments. And so we got 100% fresh squeezed orange juice, some vanilla, protein powder, and then what you do, again, this is where I wish I would have got my honey, but Brett insisted on going to the Fig for happy hour, so we're going there. But while I'm sharing this, I would like to thank my stylist who did my hair. It's pretty good. I will tell a funny little story because this one takes a little longer. I was walking over here, I'm not joking here, and there was a girl, and she was kind of creeping in her car, and she was driving. I thought she was waiting to get like a car spot, and she was staring at me, and she was cute, and I kind of got eye contact, like, what's going on? She said, I get a creepy look. I really like your butt.
Hip thrust!
It was good. No, I was like, that's actually a nice little compliment. Who wants to try this one besides Katie? Come up here. Okay, I'll walk back. See, this one I did. This one again, I like to do in the shaker. I just kind of improvise this, but see how this is. There's a couple little chunks in there. Just I didn't get it all.
That's gross.
Stop it. Take it.
Yes, sir. Oh, that's good. It's really good.
Pretty simple, huh?
Yeah.
Add some honey in there after a workout.
How much protein?
25 grams.
Wow.
Hey, Chris, I had a question while I was trying that out that I was kind of curious about. So like, so I'm a personal trainer. A lot of the clients I have, they, a lot of the women are like, if I stick to eating vegetables and low calorically food, but not very calorically dense, meaning food with not a lot of calories, vegetables, and that's really it, then I'm going to lose weight. Why is that not beneficial to them sticking to a high protein diet and being able to lean out?
Who else
lose some of that body fat?
I gotta do another concoction.
You want to repeat that?
Yeah.
I'll let you do your thing and then I'll ask you.
Just like in class, I kind of try to
Yeah.
ignore you. Go ahead. No, that's a good question. I think you pretty much were asking about a lot of people think we gotta eat less
If
to
you
lose
eat,
weight.
if you eat vegetables, you're going to lose weight.
Yeah.
And work out and just do a bunch of cardio, you're going to lose weight. But in reality, I feel like you're saying that if you consume a lot of protein, you do some strength training, that will result in better benefits.
Definitely. So when we look at today, the still, which is it's great for the trainers that are going through school and those that are training with us. Unfortunately, today a lot of people still think the recipe for weight loss is two specific things: eat less, but work more in the sense of cardio. We always tell our clients here, cardio sucks. If you like doing cardio, do cardio, it's fine. But really, in my opinion, it can change across the board. Who honestly likes doing cardio? If you do, great, do it. Anyone else like doing it?
Not doing it.
Great, do it. Those are the people that should be doing cardio. If you're going to do a 5K, a 10K, I had someone that said, when I run, I feel great. I said, weird, but that's great, do it. For me, I like lifting heavy things. For a lot of people, that's weird. But whatever works for you, that's all that matters. You just like, hurry the hell up, I'm up the street. Who else can do a little concoction here? So what it comes down to is making sure it works for the body. Again, I didn't stir these ones the best, but still.
What's in your package?
Sorry?
Yeah.
Did you want some more?
Like 5 out of 10?
I told her I didn't have a shaker.
Oh.
When I would have a shaker, it was like,
No, I just.
That was good.
so the take home from that is we want to make the body a better machine. How do you make the body a better machine? You add muscle. Most people are afraid of muscle because you're going to get big and bulky. You're going to look like just someone really good shit. But people are intimidated by muscle. They think that muscle. We don't want that. But I've been exposed to the aesthetics of LA in a different way. Where up north, it seems like people aren't as focused on aesthetics. Down here, it's a different little community where it's like almost beyond skinny that people are seeking out for. So it's been a little harder to have these conversations with people. But for the most part, if you're trying to lose weight, the best thing you can do is make your body a better machine. How do you make your body a better machine? Feed it more and build more muscle. And so if you have 25% body fat at 150 pounds, anyone in their right mind, and I love showing people these photos, would you rather weigh 125 pounds and not be happy with your body? Or would you rather weigh 160 and look amazing naked?
B.
Hmm?
B.
B, right? Wouldn't you look amazing? Like, I look hot. You guys want people saying, hey, you got a nice house walking by. That's what people want. So we got to get away from the scales. We got to add more muscle. And how do you add muscle? You start out at the beginning, you start slow, light weights, repetition, strengthen ligaments and tendons, and you progress, lift heavier, doing the main lifts. So one of the big complaints we get, well, not necessarily we get, but people want to have fun when they work out. You can still have fun by lifting heavy weights and doing the main lifts like deadlifts and squats and bench press. The classes, they're fun to complement your programming, but that's not what's going to get you the results. You got to win the week, so try to work out 4 times with weights. This is right here, some concoction. You had 30, almost 30, 90 grams of protein. I'm sure most of us probably could add all 3 of those in a row, and you probably would be not full. So you can space yourself, but a big thing that I really try to focus on is own your mind. Or I've had a lot of clients and a lot of students, they'll say that I'm hungry all the time. Now, are you truly hungry or are you psychologically hungry? What happens when you wake up and train to eat? You go to school, you train to eat at 12 o'clock. You come home, you train to eat. Paddle, a dog, ding, we're all hungry. So we got to get away from that psychological mindset. I added in the psychology aspect just for you. Just for you. So, any questions?
How much protein was in each one of those?
I didn't really finish it yet. So 4 of these sticks that are this long, 4 of them are 25 to 30 grams, 4 ounces. 1 ounce is about 7 to 8 grams of protein. It's not that much. This is round. Round's like the low. Not that much fat. Tasty. If you get something that's really lean, it tastes like shit. You gotta get something that has a little flavor to it. Listen, seriously, you 3 are just staring at them.
Hey Chris, how much protein is it are on some overall main protein sources, like a chicken breast, like a 16-ounce steak, T-bone steak you might have?
Now, Cal, can you raise your hand real quick? Raise your hand. The palm of her hand, not Katie's hand, because that's like 5 servings. This second right there is the serving size of a chicken breast. It's not that big. 3.5, 4 ounces. 25, 30 grams. Same with salmon, same with, so most of us, and don't get confused with the fact that, okay, we should eat a bunch of protein. Ooh. If you have a huge steak, a huge chicken breast, and you're having a ton of protein, at the end of the day, it's calories in versus calories out. People can make an argument all they want about, hormones, which is a big player, but if you're consuming 3,000-4,000 calories of protein, and you're trying to lose weight and you're 150 pounds, you're going to gain weight. Protein is great because it takes longer to digest, keeps you full longer, fills the nutritional deficiencies that we have, which you're not going to be more prone to cheat on your food cycle. But just to go off on a tangent, a lot of people, if you were to have the beef jerky right there versus a bag of chips, I guarantee you the caloric density behind the meat that you have is going to be less than the chips. Question?
No, I don't have one though. I was making one up. I used to jog a lot, probably like 10 miles a week. Wasn't eating that much protein. I was super lean, super ripped. And now that I've stopped doing cardio and have a less amount of protein, I don't have like my 6-pack how I used to be. What? Basically, you said don't do cardio. So if I keep moderate cardio and take more protein, will I be okay?
Mind you, I'm saying that as purposely, because when people hear, you have to stir the bee's nest in this industry. When you're kind of farting around with everything's great, and you're not going to really make a name for yourself. So when you say something like cardio's bad, it turns people's head like, oh, I've never heard that before. Sprinting is what we advocate. Hard, maximum. And so when you do long distance, 10, 12 mile stuff, it could be how old you were. How long ago was that?
I'd say about 3 or 4 years ago.
It's not that long. Stressors are different, sleep and stuff, also supplementation. So there's a lot of factors that can change.
If I were to run, like, let's say I started running again 3 times a week, would I still need the same amount of protein, or I need
It depends on what your goal is.
I want to be big and lean.
Big and lean. So I would suggest doing a little bit of cardio and then workouts, 10, 15 minutes. So train here, walk down to the beach, walk back. Implement more high intense training. You gotta think of your body as like a truck. You wanna go through your gas as fast as you possibly can. Do you go through your gas more when you're in the freeway or in the city? Freeway. No. City, you go through it a lot faster.
Stop and go.
Stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. When you're on the freeway, you get better gas mileage. So we want to deplete all the muscle glycogen we have as quickly as we possibly can. You do that by doing things that are maximal and then stopping. So going to the Santa Monica stairs and not just running them. Sprint a little block. Walk down, wait a couple minutes. Sprint, maximum. 15?
Where I used to be. As far as like months.
Again, there's so many different factors, and that's what I talk about in my book. I always have to put a little name drop in there. So you got your spine, you got your sleep, your sex, your psychology, your what's the other S? Sleep, sex. What's the other S? Sleep, sex,
Stress?
no, stress. Sleep, stress, sex. There we go. Psychology, injuries, nutrition, exercise. So you got to make sure everything's in alignment right there. And you know, it's an independent thing. So we can talk more on one-off if you want to.
Oh, we definitely will.
About his goal, when he's doing that little hit thing or Tabata, whatever he's doing, is he lifting that same day?
I would suggest not to.
Big and lean, so that would be a totally separate workout.
So after that workout, fuel up, have some carb sources, work out 2 or 3 hours later.
Okay, so cool.
So remember, the longer you do any type of workout past about 75, 90 minutes, you start burning muscle. Depends on the intensity. You could be doing 60 minutes of balls to the wall working out, and you can be burning muscle. You don't want that. So have something like this during the workout. This isn't going to keep you full. If you're doing really high intense workouts and you're trying to put some size on, having more of this during the workout is fine to do.
Well, you
Right, calm me.
Hold on, 1 second. 1 second.
I told you.
Sit down.
Damn it, man.
Any other questions? No?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, one more.
So I'm in this program and I'm working out 3 or 4 times a week. If the weekend comes and I decide to have like 5 beers, how much is that setting me back?
Great question. Why only 5?
No, as being, you know.
No, modest. I remember one time I went to the doctor and I was getting an evaluation for, I had mono, my spleen was infected. He said, how many beers do you have a week? 1 to 2, 3 to 4, or above 5. I was like, what happens if it's above 5? He's like, it's really bad. I'm like, 2 to 3. That's all I have, I swear.
Well, it's spread out.
So, alcohol is 1 gram of alcohol is 7 calories, but the calories don't do anything for us. So, in my opinion, it's not necessarily the alcohol that makes us overweight, or it's the decisions when we are under the influence of alcohol. So, when you lose that inhibition in your brain, it's pizza, tacos, great, which is fine. We all do it. But then I challenge myself, and some people they challenge our viewpoint, my viewpoint, when it comes to living your life. And I'm not saying you need to drink. I'm saying be human. If you want to drink, drink. Don't be that weirdo at the party. I'm on a diet. I'm eating cucumbers, and that's all. There's always that one weird person. Yeah, we've all been there. And it's uncomfortable. It's like, I want to have a beer. And it's always funny when I tell people I'm a trainer, and they're like, oh, man, you just took a shot, and you had 17 slices of pizza. If you put the work in, and you're training hard 3 or 4 times a week, you're winning a week, your default programming is exercise. Where most Americans, their default is shit. They're going to go back, they feel bad, oh, it's Saturday, I'm just going to pig out on Sunday, start back on Monday, had a stressful day on Monday, let's go have some drinks with the girls again, and it's a snowball effect. And so if you consistently work out 4 days a week, challenge yourself. I never tell people what to do, I say I challenge you. For myself, anytime I drink, the next day I have to work out. It sucks. It could be a run, and then it's like, oh my God, my liver's gonna fall out. And I like that quote I said. It said, drinking is CrossFit liver. It's CrossFit liver, that's what it was. Now, if you choose to indulge, try to work out the next day. Maybe make some food that day, which is hard because you come home, the last thing you want to have is some broccoli casserole. You want to have Taco Bell. Make something that's healthier so when you come home, you have that. Because at the end of the day, at the end of the week, it's how many calories you're putting in.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's what a lot of people do the next couple of days. I mean, who's had 2-day hangovers? Are you really productive during those days?
Netflix.
So you have 3 days because you drank a lot, and then you have 2 days you're not doing anything, so your metabolism shuts down. You start, you're in a state of fight or flight, so you start burning more muscle. So you reset yourself, and people think it was, oh, I'm screwed. No, it's get your ass up, start normal on Monday. When you look at your week and plan out, what days this week am I going to work out? All right, so we're going to go to a concert on Wednesday, better work out Monday and Tuesday. I'm going to have a 2-day hangover, better work out Saturday and Sunday. That's what I need to know. And people don't take that proactive approach. They think of it as, oh, we're going to go to Taco Tuesday on Tuesday, the whole entire week is screwed. Go out, get drunk, have fun, and then wait until the next week to show up. The average person stops their New Year's resolution within 19 days. 21, they say, you can correct me, Doc, is that wrong? To start a habit, they say 21 days. Huh? You just did that. Camera's off me. But I would suggest having fun. If you really want to get specific, the better choices of alcohol would be just neat, whiskey, lighter beers that suck, white, vodka, straight. It is kind of boring, but that's learn to be a man and just drink this. You don't know how many calories an Oktoberfest has? 1?
Hey,
250.
Wow.
Shot of whiskey?
70.
70-90. That means we can have 3 shots of whiskey tonight, right?
Are you there, man?
Any other questions? We run into alcohol. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah.
When discussing protein, what are your thoughts on like animal proteins versus kind of more of like the kale and quinoa kind of uprise and what we hear like more of like a vegetarian kind of source of protein, or do you recommend a combination of the two?
When I was up in Dublin, we trained a group, a very large, politically correct Hindu group. Is that correct? Doc, help me out.
I'm not helping you out, you're
Is that politically correct? Is it not? It's a very large group of Hindus. That's politically correct. And so there we go. So I challenged myself. I said, you know what? I don't eat meat. They're like, I just told you I'm a vegetarian. I'm like, oh shit, I can't. So I was a vegetarian for 3 months. And it was hard. It was really, really challenging because I was thinking, what can I have? It's so easy to have this protein shake, but there's whey. Whey's milk. So it's what suits your beliefs, your religion, whatever it is. I'm not going to tell you to do something that doesn't fit your beliefs, obviously. But it is harder to get the complete protein, so you're just going to be more prone to having some type of deficiency. It doesn't mean you can't have a healthy diet being a vegetarian. You just have to be a lot more creative. And getting all the amino acids, there's 20 of them. Sometimes you're only eating vegetables and certain nuts, you're not going to get the full profile. So you're going to get a lot more nail problems, hair problems. Interesting little anecdote from a doctor who we know. And he said in his 20 years of practice, hands down, his most unhealthy clients, vegans.
Wow.
Which is interesting. And it's not saying you gotta eat meat, it's just saying that's just an interesting observation. Okay. Any questions? Last one.
Last one. What if you don't eat enough protein for your body over time?
Depends on what you're doing. If you're trying to put size on, you're not eating the protein, you're not gonna put size
If
on.
you're just a regular
If you're
Joe
sedentary and you're not eating protein and you're eating a ton of calories, you're just gonna put weight on.
Schmo, what if you're just Joe Schmo and you don't take enough protein? Is that going to affect your daily life?
You're going to then replace protein with another macro, which is probably carbs.
Got you. And you'll gain
You
weight.
can eat a lot more carbs. Not saying carbs are bad, again, but you can eat a lot more carbs, so then therefore have more weight. This is the question fest. Weird, right?
What are the, a lot of people trying to put on size debate about eating eggs because they're afraid of the cholesterol and like with how it relates to heart disease, and they just eat egg whites. What are your thoughts on actually eating egg yolks?
Kind of like what I said with the Skittles and the weirdos who eat the yellow ones. In my opinion, leave a date immediately if someone orders an egg white omelet. Egg whites are not good.
Really?
No, I'm just being kind of facetious, but if you had the choice, yellow is far superior because there's a lot more cholesterol. People think cholesterol is bad. Numerous studies support that cholesterol is good for your skin, your hair. And it's, again, going back to the type of fat in your diet. If you're exercising regularly, anecdotally, so this doesn't mean anything, but I was consuming between 10 and 15 eggs a day when I was on my vegetarian spiel, and my cholesterol levels were the same after a few months. Oh wow, actually went down some. Again, anecdotal doesn't necessarily mean much. If you look at the studies, and there's plenty out there, and I can send you some, and you can look at there's a great site, Authority Nutrition, lots of scientific studies that support that having, I believe it's like 5 to 6 eggs a day whole is fine. People are concerned about the yellow part because it is more fat, which can give more calories than it. That's it. Any other questions?
I have one more. I think I eat too many carbs. So, A, how many carbs should we be eating? And B, how many carbs are in this bread?
Piece of bread depends on what type of bread you have.
Oh,
So if you're having like a whole wheat or something different types. Fiber you subtract out from the carbs.
right,
So there's 20 grams of carbs, there's 5 grams of fiber, you subtract it out, you get 15 net.
okay.
Carbs are not bad. You don't, I did not say that. I did say that carbs are not bad. It's how much carbs you're eating. You gotta look at your energy source throughout the day. I challenge all my clients, all my students, everyone I know, take grains, rice, pasta, quinoa, take it out of your diet. See how you can creatively think about having more protein, more fruits and vegetables. And what you're gonna find is that because we just rely so much on these carbs, that our consumption comes down, we burn a lot more fat. I've never had a client or a student or anyone that I've worked with not get in better shape from taking out grains. I talk about that in my book. Again, I'm not saying that grains are bad. It's just how much we can eat. It's so easy to have 2 pieces of bread versus having like this little chocolate concoction right there. It's going to be less calories.
So what, is there a magic number in terms
Nope.
of like how many carbs a day?
What works for your body?
There's not, so,
So how about this? Here's a question for you. What type of individual do you think needs more carbs?
when it works out.
Yeah, ones that doing longer work, meaning like an endurance athlete, someone who's in CrossFit.
Yeah.
If your energy levels are really low, you're not drinking, you're not smoking, you don't have a lot of stress levels, and sleeping well, then go off of that. Take your carbs down and see how you feel. We rely on these things. You see all the time people having bagels and muffins, and do you really need them? Why not have something that has more protein? Anything else? This is actually a really good little Q&A. I liked it. Do I have THO? Well, thank you guys for showing up. This was a great one. Now we can drink. I know, that's where I'm going.